According to the United Nations, Australia is the second best country in the world to live, right behind Norway. Australia is on top because it has great access to education, high life expectation, and socioeconomic well-being. Since its founding, Australia has been a nation of immigrants and has become a tolerant and multicultural society. But what if I were to tell you about the secret underbelly that lurks beneath the surface? Something akin to modern-day slavery. Now, growing up in Australia, it wasn't uncommon to have mates who worked at the local butcher cash in hand and criminally underpaid. But what if I were to tell you that it is an ongoing systematic pattern that continuously exploits the vulnerable? Wage theft, exploitation, and modern slavery are often reported as isolated scandals, but for many new Australians, they are a necessary evil. These are the groups that are most commonly targeted: young people, students, and migrants. Young people. New research shows 1 in 4 young people are illegal workers, being paid cash in hand by employers dodging the tax system, being paid as low as $2 an hour. Young people are often our target as they are seen as naive and inexperienced. These are some witness accounts from young folks who work cash in hand. "We were putting up the second floor to a house, and we were putting together the walls. I was holding it together, and my boss fired the nail gun, and it's gone straight through the wood and into my hand. It drew blood. He just laughed and said, 'Just pull it out, you'll be right.' Unfortunately, I couldn't get workers' compensation, as there was no proof I actually worked there. I still have that injury to this day." A 2019 report by the McKell Institute, which collated evidence from several surveys, found that on average 60% of survey respondents had experienced wage theft. However, in surveys specific to young people, this number could be as high as 76%. Students. Due to the high cost of living in Sydney, international student education fees, and this chronic cycle of underpayment, many students end up working more than the 40-hour maximum per fortnight that their student visa allows. They suffered in silence, often because of visa concerns or fear of job loss. Our findings confirm many who complained were in fact sacked. Employers exploit students' immigration vulnerability, knowing they won't complain for fear of being reported to the immigration department. Migrants. Migrant workers are particularly vulnerable, as their bosses have power over both their paycheck and their residency status. When Tiff Tan left to work to support her parents in Malaysia. But when she arrived, Ms. Tan says she was underpaid by multiple employers, with Melbourne fusion eatery Ho Chi Minh effectively paying her less than $5 per hour. Fearful of losing her visa, she says she worked excessive hours for a flat weekly wage. "It's scary, like torture. You will get anxiety every night and have nightmares. It takes a very courageous person to make a complaint against the person who is your anchor to the country." A 2019 KPMG report put the annual figure for wage theft at more than $1.35 billion. It is the systemic failings in immigration and employment laws that inadvertently allow bad businesses to continually exploit students, migrants, and youth. There is no easy solution, and it is highly likely that wage theft and exploitation will continue to grow despite numerous efforts to stop them. If you or anyone you know are being exploited, please contact the Fair Work Ombudsman.